What's going on, everybody? You got Tone here, back with some more Draft League content. This time bringing you guys my draft analysis for season number 8 of the CPC, where, if you guys missed it, last season I tried to record all of my my season 7 games. I kind of stopped midway, kind of more of a lack of time on my part, but basically what happened in season 7 was we had a pretty cool team, had some very nice, that's a very solid team in general, not gonna lie. Stuff like Garchomp, Aerothorn, Mega Pidgeot, which was fantastic. We ended up finishing the season 5-5 after starting the season 0-3, which is great. Unfortunately, we did miss the playoffs by 1 game, despite our late surge. So, it kind of sucks, but hey, here we are back again. Decided to come back for season number 8 as Gen 7 decides, not decides to, but as Gen 7 winds down as we head into Gen 8 coming up later on in the year. So I decided to immerse myself in some more draft leagues, provide you guys some more content and all that stuff. So this is going to be a pretty fun season, not going to lie. So jumping right into the team that I drafted for this season of the CPC with a few changes heading into this draft. So first and foremost, for returning coaches, we had the ability to essentially pick where we get to draft you get our first picks and whatnot. We get to choose where we want to draft for this season, and considering the stuff that was allowed for this upcoming season of the CPC, I wanted to get a pretty high pick, so I used a system in the CPC with tokens when it comes to uploading videos. I had enough tokens, I went all in, and I ended up getting the number 3 spot in the draft. So normally, I'm not really accustomed to drafting that high up in the draft, because I normally tend to feel more comfortable drafting in the back, let all the I don't get access to good higher tier mods. I figured a little bit of change of pace might be a bit more beneficial for this draft. And hey, this, like I said, Gen 7's winding down. Get to use some mods that I don't get the opportunity to use under normal circumstances. The CPC in this instance did decide to let some of these mods into this particular season, and as a bonus they also increased the point total for this draft. So instead of it being 120 points, it is now 130 points for this season only. So I tried to take a full advantage of that, where everyone drafts a team of at least 10 Pokemon that is seen on the screen. I ended up with a team of 11. So without further ado, I've rambled on for about 3 minutes now. Just going to jump right into the team we have for this season of the CPC. And like I said, with the stuff that they allowed for season 8 of the CPC, I decided to try to take my press my luck to see if I can get one of the mods that were allowed for this season of the CPC. So with the 3rd pick, I was able to snag one of those mods that were allowed for the CPC season 8. And with the 3rd pick in CPC season 8, the Miami Malamarlins, going back to the Malamarlins after trying it out for season 7 with the Diancies, we picked up Tapu Lele. We got Tapu Lele, number 3 overall in the draft. A mod in which I have never used before. I think I used it once way back when Sun and Moon first came out back in like 2016, something along those lines. And I've never used Tapu Lele again since. So I figured, you know what, let me test the waters here, try out Tapu Lele. Now the only downside of Tapu Lele here in the CPC is I don't have access to, I cannot make Tapu Lele a Z captain. Nonetheless, despite not being able to use Z crystals on Tapu Lele is still a formidable Pokemon in and of itself because of its ability with Psychic Surge, boosting the power of its psychic attacks on top of being a very solid wall breaker in general. Just Psychic Terrain boosted Psychics, and it potentially being choice specs, it's pretty decent at being a choice scarf user. It can do a bit more. Well, I'm hoping to utilize it more than just a wall breaker, whether it be choice specs, choice scarf, whatever the case may be. 95 speed isn't the fastest, but considering how big of a threat it is in general, having its dual stab only walled by steel types, I decided that while it wasn't necessarily my interest in building specifically around Tapu Lele, I decided that it was in my best interest to just try to pair up Tapu Lele with mons that can mitigate the issue with Lele being mostly hard walled by steel types, and mons that can take Moonblast, or dark types that can take a Moonblast. Some specific ones come to mind, like Alolan Muck in that instance, but I did build this team with the mindset of trying to make Tapu Lele's life easier, and let it perform its role as a wall breaker as best as it possibly could for my draft. So heading into round 2, I had a lot of options for my round 2 pick. A lot of mons I really wanted to pair up with Tapu Lele. The first thing I wanted to get with Tapu Lele was like Zapdos, but unfortunately Zapdos got taken in round number 2, and then my next best option was to try to get Zeraora as a fast electro type to pair with Tapu Lele. That got taken, and then I'm like, okay, maybe I can probably get Thundurus Incarnate for my round 2 pick, and that got taken. So then plan D was to try to grab Kartana and pair this up with Tapu Lele. Like, I figured it'd be such a great pairing between Kartana and Tapu Lele, just having the wall breaker softening up the checks, the stuff that Kartana is weak to, and Kartana just being a fast potential revenge killer to go along with Lele. But unfortunately, Kartana got taken the pick right before mine. That was so sad about that. I really wanted to try Kartana to go with Tapu Lele. I really did. Unfortunately, that did not come to pass, so I had to go with the plan E option, and that was just getting the one mon that has pretty much defined my draft league career at this point. Yeah, I grabbed Ferrothorn again for like, I think the 9th time I've drafted this thing, like, good lord. So, yeah, hard to believe that I have a draft where I got Ferrothorn in a situation where I didn't even want Ferrothorn. But nonetheless, Ferrothorn does provide Lele with an option in terms of having something with access to Stealth Rock, and Spike support having access to Leech Seed to further whittle down Lele's check, specifically steel types, and having the ability to also run stuff like Knockoff. It can do Gyro Ball, Power Whip, Thunder Wave to mitigate Tapu Lele's sort of lacking speed tier of 95 speed. So yeah, it has a lot of utility options at its disposal. I really love Ferrothorn. It's like one of my top 3 favorite mons in the format because it never lets me down. Like, Caltrops has never failed me whenever I brought it. Whenever I put Ferrothorn in a situation to perform a role, it does that role and then some. And I'm expecting it to fulfill that role once again as he picks up the slack from back when we had it last season in CPC season number 7. So yeah, decided to pair up with Ferrothorn with Lele, and then try to work around the issue of still trying to make Lele's job easier in terms of pairing it up with mons that can mitigate or weaken steel types. So that's exactly what I did with my next pick with my round 3. I decided to pair up Ferrothorn with something that can take on, that's a pretty good pairing with Ferrothorn that can also mitigate its role as in running Stealth Rock all the time. So with my round 3 pick, picked up Gliscor. Gliscor plus Ferrothorn, just a very solid core in general, with Ferrothorn resisting water, and this decent ice check, and Gliscor is a good fire check, and it does resist fighting for Ferrothorn. Very good defensive core. In this mindset, it also gives me another Stealth Rocker, it gives me a Defogger if I need it, gives me momentum with U-turn so I can U-turn out into Lele if I get the slow momentum like I envision, and also being a ground type to weaken steel types for my Tapu Lele is just going to be a very, very good time in general if I'm able to make this thing work out for me. The only real downside of Gliscor is more often than not the fact that I am going to be running Poison Heal, meaning that I'm going to be running Toxic Orb, means that I am going to have to play a little bit differently in terms of trying to mix it up with my Gliscor. Maybe like Yachi Berry or something like that. But nonetheless, Gliscor is still a very formidable Pokemon. Gives me a good physical check in a sense with access to U-turn and all that stuff. And it's just a very solid Pokemon in general. Hopefully performing its role very well to pair up with Lele and having a nice defensive core to go along with my Ferrothorn. So, to continue the trend of making Lele's life easier, I decided to pair up Lele with a Fastmon because my team usually lacks speed at this point, so I wanted to have something at least base 110 or faster, so that's what I tried to address with my round 4 pick. And then my round 4 pick, I ended up grabbing Gengar round number 4. So Gengar, not necessarily the beast it once was, but still, since it no longer has access to Levitate, it has Cursed Body, which is still has its use in terms of potentially disabling like Choice Mon or whatnot, and it does give me a T-Spike Absorber in that sense, but it also gives me a faster Pokemon than Lele, so Gengar can also perform the role of a Choice Scarf Mon Revenge Killer. I speed tie with other base 110s like the Lotties. I'm faster than stuff like Cortana, and just having a nice solid overall mon in general. So initially I was debating either this or grabbing Blacephalon, but Blacephalon does fulfill the role of being a mon that can help out Lele in terms of just having the Fire Stab to weaken the Steel types. But the only reason why I grabbed Gengar over Blacephalon was mainly because Gengar was cheaper and the fact that Gengar is also faster. So that was pretty much the reasoning behind that. And like I said, having a potential T-Spike Absorber when I need it also helps out in that role. But this is also my Z-Mon, one of my 2 Z-Mons for this team, just because of the fact that, like I mentioned, I cannot run Z on my Lele, and I figured at this point, the way my team ended up looking, Gengar felt the most accustomed to be used with a Z Crystal, just so I can run like Z Focus Blast, or so I don't have to risk Focus Blast missing. In that instance, I probably more or less won't be bringing Z on my Gengar unless I absolutely have to or feel the need to run Z to mitigate the knockoff weakness, because I don't really have the best thing in the world right now to take on knockoffs at this point, because my knockoff resist is between Ferrothorn and Gliscor, and if I don't have my Gliscor's Toxic Orb activated yet, then it's going to be kind of a lost cause in that respect. So, well, like I said, not the best, but hey, something's better than nothing, and Gengar does fit the role of a Z-Mon pretty decently, so I'm pretty happy about that, all things considered. So, moving on, round number 5, wanted to further accentuate the role of trying to get speed on this team, and we're having a Mon round number 5, which I've never used before, but yeah, there's really no way else to put it, and it's either the way I use this Mon is really going to be very, very good, or very, very bad. And the reason why I say that is my round 5 pick ended up being Hawlucha. So, yeah, I have Hawlucha with a Tapu, so yeah, you already know what's going to happen. I'm going to be running Psychic Seed, and then activate on Burden. Psychic Seed giving a special defense boost, so I can take weaker special hits a little bit better. And yeah, this thing is just, it's like I said, considering I've never used Hawlucha before, or like Tapu with Hawlucha in general, it's going to be very, very weird, not going to lie, considering usually when it comes to me, my fighting type options are very limited in terms of me bringing them or drafting them. So yeah, this is a new one for me in terms of drafting Hawlucha with Tapu Lele, but it does help with the fact that Lele, like I mentioned, hard wall. Steel types do give it issues. Hawlucha being a fighting type can weaken those steel types, force them out if I have my second seed activated. I activate my Unburden boost, I can pretty much outspeed the entire unboosted meta, even potential fast choice scarf mons or all that. Anything of the sort. So yeah, really excited to use Hawlucha finally. Nothing much else to say I can really say in this regard. It's just, like I mentioned before, how I use Hawlucha is either going to be really, really good or really, really bad. And hopefully, in my case, it will be in the end of doing really, really well with this thing. So hopefully, I don't screw that up for myself. So yeah. So moving on, round number 6. Further helping out Tapu Lele, I wanted to get another surefire mon that can help out with the steel types, and with my round 6 pick helps in that immensely, considering that it is Volcanion. Now, Volcanion, pretty solid mon for being a fire type, so I can weaken those steel types with a fire stab. It also gives me my bulky water and a water immunity with water absorbs. Its main weaknesses being electric and ground. I have a pretty decent electric check in my Gliscor, and I have Ferrothorn if I have to go that option too. But more often than not, Volcanion will be my response to most of the steel types. That will be my response to bulky waters. It does have a little bit of an issue with specific Pokemon like dragons in general, but dragon types I don't really fear that much. I do have a Tapu Lele, so I feel like the pairing was very, very nice in that regard. So yeah, nothing much else to say about it. It's a very solid mon. I have the ability to run choice specs to go into bulky with like subtoxic. A lot of options at my disposal in the sense that Volcanion doesn't necessarily have to be ran one specific way, and yeah, really, really excited to try out Volcanion for this team. So, moving on, round number 7, I ended up grabbing Goodra, and the reasoning for Goodra, it's a less so completing my Dragon Theory Steel Core, which I now have with Lele, Ferrothorn, and now Goodra. This was more so of me grabbing something that helps with my electric and my it was mainly having a backup electric check, because my electric check, like I mentioned before, was Ferrothorn and Gliscor. I wanted to have something that can take on or switch in better to those electric type Pokemon, and Goodra was the main thing available. It was pretty much the only thing I saw available that fit that mold. While I do struggle a bit with like physical electric types, specifically like Zeraora, I do feel like I mitigated that issue a little bit heading into the latter end of this draft, but Goodra in and of itself is sort of along the lines of Volcanion, just having a bulky mon that has the ability to be like physical or special. It helps out Lele in terms of having access to Earthquake, Fire Blast, all that sort of stuff in terms of weakening steel types. It also helps that my Volcanion can weaken steel types, so my Goodra can go for like Draco Meteors and all that stuff. So really nice, solid mon in general. Like I mentioned, Goodra specifically is here to be a backup electric check, and for further solidify my my bulkier core, just having some nice pivot in the back for my team as a whole, just a fallback option if I need to take on a strong special attacker. So that's pretty much Goodra's role in this specific team. So moving on to round number 8, I decided to go and pick up another bulky pivot in Electros. And the reasoning for Electros is mainly because when it comes to trying to use Tapu Lele, I figure that the best way to utilize Tapu Lele is to make sure I have some good momentum. And by momentum, I mean slow momentum. Electros gives me that option, being having the ability to run a slow Volt Switch or a slow U-turn, since it does get access to both. It gives me a ground immunity with Levitate, and a slow, bulky pivot. As I mentioned, this is primarily going to be its role on this team. Another bulky mon in general to pair up with the rest of my team, as it does have and it can be run physical or special, because it does have some very good options at its disposal. It does get utility moves like knockoff, can be a phaser or like Dragon Tail, whatever the case may be. I want to run that way. It does have some good recovery option with Giga Drain Punch. So yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to try to utilize Electros on this team, but mainly, as I said, I really wanted, when I didn't get the fast electric type earlier on in the draft, I figured the next best thing was to get the slow pivot into my Lele's to make its life a little bit easier. It doesn't have to take any hits or anything of the sort, so I figured that would be in my best interest to get a slow pivot with momentum, which I didn't have at this point. I just had stuff that can stomach hits, but nothing that can pivot out. I basically had to make hard switches prior to getting Electros, so getting Electros now, it also helps out with my speed tier, because my team was kind of fast. I had Ferrothorn, and then after Ferrothorn, the next fast thing I had was Volcanion at base 70. So having that other slow option does help out my team quite a bit. So that's pretty much it for my round 8 pick in Electros. So round 9, this round 9 pick, I mainly got only because I got sniped with Kartana, and I figured I'd try to grab the quote-unquote original Kartana, so I grabbed Durant. So the reasoning, like I said, the main reason for me grabbing Durant was mainly because of the fact that I didn't get Kartana. But regardless of whether or not I got Kartana, it didn't really matter in this sense, because while Durant isn't as strong offensively inclined as Kartana, Durant does have a lot going for it, mainly due to the fact that it does get access to Hustle. So if I am able to connect with Stab Iron Head and Stab X Scissor, any physical attack, it's going to do a crap ton of damage. It's not, like I said, not as strong, but Hustle does make up for the lack of an attack investment compared to Kartana. And unlike Kartana, Durant does get access to Baton Pass. So if I can get the prediction correct, I can dry pass out into my Lele, and yeah, just start spamming Psychic and Moonblast again. So a really nice, strong offensive mon. This is also my other Z mon on this team, considering it's fast enough to utilize Z moves and Hustle boosted Z anything on my Durant, whether it be Z Iron Head, Z X Scissor, Fightinium Z, Darkinium Z, the list goes on and on. It doesn't necessarily matter. If I need to have that strong Z option, Durant does fulfill that role. Plus, having access to Hone Claws to mitigate the accuracy drop from Hustle does mean that it's going to hit extremely hard. And it is physically bulky enough to take any one strong physical move from my opponent if I need to go to that option. Its lone fire blink is covered by the fact that I do have a Gudra and a Volcanion, and you get Gliscor can check fire types pretty handily as well, so that's pretty nice in general. So that's pretty much all I want to say about Durant. Never tried it out before, but happy to give it a shot heading into this season of CPC. And with my last 2 picks, the first one I decided to grab was Musharna. Musharna gives me a slum Trick Room option, because I did not want to get swept by I didn't want opposing. I wanted to have something that was slow enough to take hits and act as a Trick Room option in the back. So mainly, this is also mitigates by gives me another fighting check, so I don't have to go hard Lele to stomach a fighting move, because even though Lele 4 times is fighting, it's not the bulkiest mon in the world to those physical hits. Musharna, on the other hand, is able to stomach those hits fairly well. It benefits from Psychic Terrain being a Psychic type. I can be a Trick Room supporter, like I said, for my slower mons, specifically Electros, and more importantly, it does get access to Baton Pass, so I can utilize a slow Baton Pass into my Lele if I decide to go double Psychic Spam on this team and just run town that way. It also gives me a Healing Witch user for any of my other mons in case I want to heal them up or anything of the sort. And it's also a very solid mon by itself with Calm Mind and whatnot. So really helpful, really solid mon in general. Used Resharner in the past. It's extremely bulky, and it's really fun. Of course, especially for a low tier mon like this. So yeah, really happy to have Resharner here. Wanted to try it out again. So yeah. So let's move on to my last pick in the draft. So round 11. I don't have a Mega on this team. I also don't have a Dark type, so decided to grab a mon that I've been wanting to try out for the longest time and finally get the opportunity to do that. So last round, picked up Mega Tyranitar. So Mega T-Tar finishes off my team very nicely, considering the fact that it's a bulky Dark type that prevents my opponents from taking advantage of the psychic terrain that Tapu Lele sets on the field. And by itself, it's extremely strong Sandstream, boosting its special defense, getting some chip damage off on anything that's not a rock, ground, or steel type or magic guard user. And yeah, Mega T-Tar is just so ridiculously strong. It's so versatile, being a Stealth Rocker. It can act as a Taunter, it can Dragon Dance up, it can Rock Polish, it can do all sorts of stuff. And it's just very versatile. Helps out Lele because it can run stuff like Fire Punch to hit those steel types. It can run Earthquake to hit those steel types if I have to. And just a very solid glue mon, a very nice way to finish off this draft. It's just so fun to finally get the option to use this, and mainly because of the fact that I knew heading into the draft that Mega T-Tar was a mon, a Mega I really wanted to use, and I finally get to use it on a team I really feel comfortable using as a whole. While there are some flaws with my team, with like for example, I don't really have like the most beneficial like removal, so to speak. Like my removal basically comes down to Defog Gliscor, Defog Hawlucha if I'm desperate, and Defog on my Volcanion. Other than that though, I don't really think that's going to be much of an issue. Like, if I'm really worried about facing Hydrostack, then that would be something I might address with a free agent move. But nonetheless, I do like my team as it is as a whole. Hope you guys enjoyed this draft analysis. I feel like this team is really fun. Has a bunch of mons I've never used before, like Mega T-Tar, Durant, Electros, Volcanion for the most part. So yeah, really excited to try out this team. Hope you guys are looking forward to this season of the CPC. And if you are, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And that's going to be it from me. So, till the next time, this is Tone, signing out for now. Peace out.